What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke. In this episode, we'll be previewing the Gold Coast Collingwood game. So let's run that intro, jump straight into it. Just before we do jump straight into it, I want to say thank you all so much. I just hit 1,000 subscribers a couple days ago. This is the most recent video I'm making after I've hit that milestone that I set for myself, and it is just absolutely amazing that I've got 1,000 people subbed to me just talking whatever comes off the top of my head about Collingwood and all these things and stuff like that, and I really do appreciate it. I love making this content, and I love all the interactions from you guys, and yeah, I just really do appreciate it. Stick to the end of the video because I will be doing a giveaway so you can see how you can participate at the end of the video. But until then, of course, follow me on all my socials, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. But let's just jump into this preview. So after a decent start to the season, the Gold Coast Suns haven't been really setting the football world alight in recent times. They've been starting the games not too bad, but then kind of dropping off. And you can kind of see that with the young side, probably the youngest side in the AFL at the moment. They've only won one from their last 5 games. That was when they smashed the Kangaroos. They had that draw against Essendon, lost to Brisbane the other week. So it is a kind of a bit of a rollercoaster season for them. Do we see the Suns outfit from the start of the season, or do we see this, not lackluster, but just a bit more of a tired Suns outfit on Monday night? As for us, like we've had 3 wins from the last 5 games. Most recently, we lost to Brisbane, a game that we really shouldn't have lost. We held them scoreless. We held them, to 1 goal. They only had that good second quarter where they kicked 5 goals. But our kicking boots weren't on, inside 50s weren't on. But our form has fluctuated a lot. We lost to Brisbane after 2 wins in a row. That good one coming up against Carlton, stuff like that. But we get a couple of good players back. So our form, although not, kind of like the Suns, not setting the world on fire at the moment, we're going to start catching momentum at the right time. And this is exactly, you don't want to peak in, it's a bit random now because of COVID, but for example, in a normal season, you don't want to peak in April, May, or June. You want to start peaking in August, end of July, August, the start of September. You get that run onto finals, get a couple of your guys back. So it's going to be an interesting game on Monday night. So the last time we versed Gold Coast was August 3rd last year, of course. It was when we were coming into this game after a bit of a poor few showings the last couple of rounds before the Gold Coast game. And that kind of gave us that momentum to go on and kind of deep into September. But we won't talk about that too much. But we came out, we kicked 18 goals. 18 goals. That is just incredible. We put on 120 points. We ended up beating him by 60 or so points. Treloar start, Elliott start, Checkers, Will Hoskin Elliott. It was a very good, well-rounded game. Something that we don't really see too often from Collingwood. Bit of a shame, but if you look to that game, Gold Coast don't have that much of a different side. So of course, they've got some new kids in there and Rankine and stuff like that, and Anderson and stuff like that. But I feel like if you look back at that game, that was the time when we were without Darcy Moore, we were without Jordan Tagoe. So we've got those 2 guys back, and we should be a better side now than we were then. And if we can beat them by 60 or so points, then we should be able to put on maybe not 60 points now, but kind of the same sort of goal line, not 18 goals, but better than we put up against Brisbane. And I do want to see that unforgiving Collingwood come back. We have a tendency this season to play to where our opponents are. We don't blow teams out of the water. I think this will give us a really good grasp of where we are as a team. 2 of our best players are coming back, so that should only elevate us to the games we've been playing recently. And like I said, we don't dwell on the past too much, especially with these games, players change and stuff like that, games lengths change. But I think it's a good showing of what we did to Gold Coast. We should be able to do it to them again. Late in the season last year, late in the season this year, young team, slower. So He's hoping we get the same sort of thing. The key areas, look, I don't have to tell you, the main key area is the mid to forward connection. We haven't been seeing it. They've had 9 days off. Buckley and everyone has come out and said that with the short breaks, we don't get to practice that mid to forward sort of inside 50 connection. We've had a good break. We had that bye, 9 days between games. We should be practicing it. Bit of match simulation last night. So hopefully, we get to see a midfielder hit a target. I know Treloar doesn't have a good efficiency going inside 50, but he is still a good user of the ball. He still can hit a target, and it does free up, maybe like a Jamie Elliott to go into the 50 and become another, high marking, good target like we know Jamie Elliott can do. But that mid to forward connection is the key area, and Grundy should be able to outmuscle Wits. Our midfield should be able to get on top of their midfield. They're ranked second. Gold Coast are ranked second in the league for clangers. So if we put applied pressure, we put that pressure onto them, they make mistakes, turnovers, we get the ball. We're able to beat them in every single aspect, but if we can't link up our mids to our forwards, there's no way we can win this game. Obviously, kicking goals means winning games. If you can't do that, you're not going to win any games. We've had too many quarters where we've had 0 goals, or 1 goal, or 2 goals, and that's not going to cut it anymore. In this sort of environment, versus Gold Coast, who, like I said, young team, they're just slowing down a little bit as their season catches up with them. It's a long season, especially for young kids, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. We should be able to hit leads, hit targets. If we can't hit a lead, Cox taps it down. Josh Thomas is there. Travis Varco is there. Crumbing. We have to create more avenues to goal. I need to see midfielders hit forward targets. The key matchup that I will like to see is the Grundy and Wits battle. We know Wits, ex-Collingwood. He's always... I feel like whenever you go up against a team, even if you were playing for that team 4 or 5 years ago, you still want to beat them and say, hey, look at me. I'm the one that, you let go, or whatever it may be. So Wits is going to come out, and he's going to come out firing. Grundy looks very, very tired. I think against Brisbane was probably his worst game in a couple of years. He needed a rest. He's got that rest. Does he come out and does he provide for us what he's been good, what have he been doing good for the last 2 years? Been very down this year, especially the last few weeks. So, like I said, 9-day break. He should be tapping it to Treloar. He should be tapping it to Elliott, to Pendlebury, to Adams. It should be service on a silver platter when Grundy comes up against Wits. So that's who I'm basing, this key matchup in. He has to start performing. He has to start firing. So in this section, I usually record these videos when the ins and outs are in and out, but I got things to do tonight. I'm going to record it now. I'll give you my predicted ins and outs based on everything that I'm seeing, everything that I'm hearing, everything that I'm reading. Ins, Treloar, De Goey, obviously they've been confirmed. They're definitely ins. Travis Varco or Trey Rusco. I say or because Varco did train with the seniors last night, and Rusco, there hasn't been any word if he played with the twos or not, and I didn't see him in any training videos, but he could be a travelling emergency, or Varco could be the travelling emergency, so it's going to be up in the air. I don't mind either two of those, but, if Varco was going to play, he has to stay in the forward line. How many times have we been calling out for Varco just to stay in the forward line? Okay, he might get 3 or 4 possessions, but the tackling pressure that he applies in that forward line, the goal sense that he has, why play him off the half back? Especially when we got Quaynor and Noble down there. There was a game a couple of weeks ago before he got dropped where he was playing or in the back line with Noble and with Quaynor. Why? Don't bother. His applied pressure, his tackling pressure, and his goal sensibility in that forward line is where he should play. Don't play him on the wing. He's too old to play on the wing. He's too old to play in the back line to run out. He makes a little bit of mistakes. He doesn't play in the half back. Okay, he trained half back. That training preseason felt like, 15 months ago. Leave him in the forward line. You know, he does his best work in the forward line. He's going to give us more than Stevenson does, which is a segue to the outs. I've got coming out Phillips, obviously, with that hamstring, Lynch, and Jaden Stevenson. We know Jaden Stevenson's been dropped because you were seen playing in the twos. Lynch, we don't know of, but I think they're not going to go for that tall forward line because it doesn't work. So Varco or Rusco come in for Stevenson. Look, Stevenson, I could make a whole video about this. What do we do with Stevenson? His glandular fever, we know. Is it just he doesn't want to be there? Or, you know, is it a side effect for glandular fever? Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a whole video about this sometime soon. Do we trade him or whatever? But anyway, I think, you know, he got his first kick in the last quarter of last week's match. Not good enough for a forward especially. See you later. Sidelines. Bring in Varks. Someone who's going to give us a little bit of something. So I think Collingwood are going to win. I think we're going to win big. I feel a 40-point win coming on. I don't know why, but I feel a 40-point win coming on. And I think my check is going to get to his 5-goal. Just that thing that's been eluding him. You know, he's been kicking 4. I feel like he's going to kick a bag of 5. And also, just for the hell of it, Jordan De Goey is going to kick 3 goals upon return and just show us what he's been missing. It looks like he's getting fitter. Just a finger injury means that he can still run, he can still do all these things. Fitter. I can't wait to see it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Treloar, De Goey. Ah, so good. All right. Alright, so like I said from the start of the video, bit of a competition going on. I got a $50 Collingwood store gift voucher to give to the lucky winner, just to say thank you for 1,000 subs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a draw. So if you want to be a part of this draw, all you have to do is like this video, hit that notification bell if you haven't already, leave a comment down below and just say I'm in, and you will be in the running to win a $50 gift voucher for the Collingwood Club store. They've got a bit of a winter clearance at the moment, couple of sales, so comes out at the right time, Christmas and stuff like that. That'll be down below. I'll link it on my Instagram and stuff like that as well. But anyway, Swoopers, thank you so much for joining me in this preview. Couple more videos coming out next week. Hang around for those ones. In the meantime, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.
Ooh la la.